You're watching Chow with Kimlai. I have a special guest with me today. Actually, she is the El Salvadorian ambassador for food, for cooking, here with us. And it's Alicia Maher. Yay! I have taken her name on like all morning. So she's going to show us today. You guys, she has her cookbook. I want to show you guys real quick. It's called Delicious El Salvador. Now, look at this amazing book. Isn't it pretty? It's so bright and vibrant, kind of like El Salvadorian people, right? Like she's like pretty spicy. Right. So I'm super excited to have her here today. And like I said, she's going to show us how to make one of the recipes in her book. There's 75 ingredients, okay? So you guys are watching. If you have any questions for her while we're prepping this amazing meal, make sure to put at post and then you can type it in. That way we can see it there at the bottom of the screen. Okay? How are you? Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me. Yes, I'm super excited. So you're the expert. It's your time. Tell me what we're doing. Oh, first let's do a toast. Oh, let's do a toast. Yes. Right? Because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So cheers. Cheers to you and your cookbook. Well, cheers to you too for your wonderful show. Thank you. All right, you guys salute. If you have a glass, pick it up and cheers with us. You know we drink on this show. God, I love champagne. Yum. I love champagne. Okay, let's get started. You tell me what exactly we're doing.
Well, I wrote the book because I wanted to showcase home cooking at its best.
Okay.
And this is one of those dishes too that I have been preparing forever. My grandmother taught me how to make it. And it's called tortitas de carne in Spanish.
Tortitas de carne.
De carne.
Okay.
In English, my translation is ground beef patties in a light tomato gravy sauce.
Oh my gosh, I like it better in your language. It sounds so much sexier than ground beef patties. We'll make it ground beef patties.
No, okay. But you know now summer is coming to an end very soon, and most people think of ground beef for hamburgers or meatballs or meatloaf.
Yes.
And so, but this is a wonderful way to also introduce your children to vegetables because the green bell pepper, the tomatoes, and the cilantro are all going to be incorporated within the dish. And guess what? The kids are never going to know. You have young kids, so you want to make sure that they're eating the vegetables.
Okay, so now you were telling me a story though that when your 3 boys were younger, that this is the food that you gave them instead of giving them baby food. That started them off like really young, right? I think you guys, I think that's like such an amazing thing to do, right? Because shouldn't you get kids, like, shouldn't you start their palates as young as you possibly can? And they obviously ate it, right? They didn't like throw up.
Oh, they did. You should. You should introduce your young kids to vegetables and fruits at a young age,
right?
So they're not thinking that vegetables are bad for you. But the nice thing about this dish is that it has the meat with the vegetables too.
Protein,
so protein,
carbs.
Yes.
So what did you do? How did you mix it? What did you do? You said something about you stuck it all in a food processor, like stick it in their bottle. What did you do?
No. This is when they were a little bit older, when they could eat.
Okay.
When they were babies, I used to make Salvadorian chicken soup.
Oh.
It's a wonderful soup with lots of vegetables, and I would put it on. I know. And I used to put it in the blender.
Okay.
And so they would eat it like in a liquid form when they were babies, instead of giving them the pre-made food that you buy at the market.
Right. That sounds delicious.
And so, but that's what ethnic cooking is all about. It's all about using fresh ingredients, nothing processed. And whether it's Italian ethnic cooking, Asian ethnic cooking, Vietnamese,
yes,
Salvadorian,
a lot of fresh.
So you use a lot of fresh ingredients.
Okay. Tell us what the ingredients are.
Okay, so
maybe this is great.
So to make a beef patty,
okay.
The recipe, I have the recipe in my blog site, and it's Delicious El Salvador.
Yes, you guys, did you get all the recipes, you guys? The first book sold out, so I just want to let you know now that all the recipes, you guys can find them on the website.
Well, not all the
recipes
in the book. I have samples.
Why would you give away all the recipes? Right? Who does that?
So we're going to need to start, but like I told you, you can go to my blog, and then you can find all the ingredients and what you're going to need. So we're going to need, and we're also only going to make half of the recipe.
Okay,
Or
perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, okay. Because normally you use a pound and a half of ground beef, but today I use 3/4 of a pound.
Perfect.
So
Okay.
go for half.
You tell me. Put me to work.
Okay.
Put me to work.
So I'm going to put this through. We're going to cut a 1/4 cup of the green bell peppers.
Okay.
Small chop.
Look at this was the first thing she showed me when she got here today was this beautiful
I said,
bell
look how
pepper.
beautiful it is.
And I was like, what is that? It's so cute. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna cut it.
Okay.
Guys, remember you can take out. Remember, we don't waste this, so we'll use that later. She'll use it later for something.
Right.
All right. Now 1/4. Got that?
Yeah.
And
then
how
I'm
do you
gonna,
want me to?
well, normally what I do, if you want to chop something, I like to cut things like, little strips, like
Nice.
style.
Okay.
And then it's easier for somebody who doesn't have, knife, the knife skills.
So important.
So this is all about home cooking, so. And then it's go like that.
We have like ninjas at the home kitchen.
But I like to do it.
Okay, okay, perfect. So you just need to,
It's about, it's 1/4 cup.
okay? Yeah. So doing this.
And while you're doing this, I can start putting the ground beef in here.
Okay. Now, do you ever use orange pepper, red pepper?
We do. In El Salvador, cooking is all about the peppers.
Really?
Peppers are actually native to Mexico and to Central America.
I didn't know that.
Except in Central America, our peppers
Okay.
are not as hot as the Mexican are.
Oh.
And also Salvadorian food is not spicy. It's not hot.
Really?
Most people think that all over Latin America that we use spicy and hot food, but it's not.
Right,
And so we use a lot of fresh ingredients, fresh vegetables, lots of fresh food.
Oh,
that's beautiful.
Too big?
No, I think that's okay.
You sure? Okay. Okay.
And then we're gonna need about 1/4 of a cup.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. And then we're gonna need 1/4 of a cup of tomato.
Okay. So I'm just gonna.
And in 1 kilo,
Yes.
make sure that you get the seeds out.
Oh.
Because you don't want the extra water going into the beef patty.
Good
tip. Make it all, water.
I've never done that.
And I do the same thing. I go like this, and just don't be afraid of the knife.
I love it.
So don't be afraid of your knife. Your knife is your friend, and food too. Food is your friend. Food
It
smells.
is.
And one of the reasons too, I think it's important to cook at home because I tell people the kitchen is the center of the economy of the home and the health. So am I supposed to be looking here or in the camera? Okay.
Either way, because look, there we are.
There we
are. Either way.
So maybe we're gonna put
Okay, sure. I'm gonna do a little bowl
Okay.
for this.
Okay.
All the little extras. Yeah.
So we got the peppers, the green
Okay.
pepper, and we also have the tomato in there. We're going to
Okay.
need another a 1/4 cup of the onion.
Oh, let me stand up.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
cutting onions. Woo! Only a 1/4 cup, right?
Only a 1/4 cup.
Okay. Oh, 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 oh. This is about, oh no, this is gonna be way more. Then, now how do you, the same thing, like dice like that?
Like dice, like that. No fine
She's
chop.
like, yeah, dice it. Dice it, girl, because I'm not gonna touch those. Okay, just dicing, just a 1/4 cup,
A
right?
1/4 of a cup.
Smaller?
Not that perfect.
You sure?
You can chop it a little bit.
Okay. Okay. Chopping. Consistency. Chopping. All right, is that good?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Sure.
But what I also like about this dish too is that it's very economical to make, and yet it's full of nutrition.
Right.
As we know, green bell peppers are full of vitamins. C.
Yes. And out of all the peppers.
Of all
you
the
have these
peppers,
most.
right.
Mhm.
So now we have here the beef, tomatoes, onions, and green bell peppers, and we're going to add 1
Look,
egg.
you guys.
Yum.
Look at how beautiful that is. Ah.
get one egg,
Okay.
and the egg,
Oh, it's good.
and the egg is going to be the binding agent.
Yes.
And we're going to need, because we're doing half of the recipe, so we're going to need about a tablespoon and a half.
Okay.
So I'm just going to,
Eyeball it.
eyeball it. Okay. And then a little bit of salt.
Okay.
A little bit of pepper.
Got it. Look at her go.
And then we're just going to mix it.
Okay.
I like to use my hands. Yeah. Because your hands is the best tool in the kitchen after knife.
Agreed. And on that note, I'm going to get her a napkin.
Okay.
Okay.
I probably should have taken off my bracelet, but that's okay.
It's all good.
It's all
We
good
should
in
be
here.
just out and drool while we're in the kitchen. Okay. Ooh, a pan. You guys, we also, she went ahead and put a little bit of oil in the skillet because she's going to fry up, or we're going to fry up the hamburger patties.
So we're going to make them in small, think of like mini burgers. So they're going to be smaller, but this size.
Okay.
Just like this.
Okay. Just like that.
And then we're going to.
Okay, if I think the pan is super, super hot.
That's okay. Then we're just going to throw them in here. Oh, okay, good. Wow.
Don't worry about that. I turned it down. Is this okay?
That's perfect.
See, look at these, you guys. Mini baby patties. Love that. Oh, how
And this
cute.
is Salvadorian home cooking at its best. Also, in El Salvador, some people also use rice instead of flour.
Really?
They incorporate in here, yes.
Oh.
And we were in China this past May with my husband. And
Her husband, you guys are so cute, so nice and friendly.
my husband of many, many years.
30 years. I asked him, I was like, oh, are you two recently married? Why do they act like a young, like high school couple? And they've been married for, oh my God, what?
Well, we got married in 1988, and we started living together in 1986.
Oh.
And yes, yeah, but I was telling Kimlai, marriage takes work, and you have to treat your marriage with lots of love and respect to make sure that it lasts.
Yeah.
I have a lot of tips. And don't forget about looking good too, because husbands like to look at their wives.
Look at us. This is how we look all the time in the kitchen. I know. I'll be calling Alicia when I get married. What do I do? How cute is that?
How cute is that? So we get the idea. And
okay.
So yes, a little bit. I think we can enough just for the purpose of the show.
Ooh. Okay. We're gonna wash that just a minute.
Okay.
You're there. And here, this was for your wet, but you can wash too if you want to go wash real quick. And then, yes, I want to show you guys these meatballs. Oh, or they're not meatballs, they're meat patties. Look at how beautiful. Oh, I better put those on so I can keep cooking. Oh my God. Let's go. Cook. Okay.
So now we're going to flip them only once.
Okay, I'm going to set this right over here. Is it time to flip?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
And then we want to keep the fire nice and steady.
Oh my gosh! I'm gonna start making mini patties. Oh, this is amazing.
Maybe we need to eat this.
Sure, yeah. Let's turn this heat up.
So when they're nice and brown on one side, you turn them over.
All right. Alicia, how did you pick the ingredients in your book? Because there's like only 75.
No,
why not 80?
Well, not ingredients, that's
recipe. Thank you.
Well, El Salvador is I think it's the smallest country in Latin America.
Really?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
But in spite of our country being so small, we have our cuisine so extensive. And I wanted to showcase all the recipes because, like for instance, how they prepare the traditional Hollywood dish in El Salvador, which is a fish. Okay. In my hometown of Santa Ana, it's completely different than how they make it in La Union, which is on the other side of the country. Okay. And so there are regional differences too. And the same thing with this dish too. There are people that add rice instead of the flour to the meatballs. I'm calling the meatballs now.
I know, sorry.
To the meat patties. So las tortitas de carne.
Las tortitas de carne.
I like that. So now we're gonna get them out of there.
Oh, you sure? Ready
Yeah.
to go? Okay. Do I need to put a paper towel on here at all?
No, it's fine
Okay,
because I
and
only
then-
used 2 tablespoons of oil, so it's not a greasy dish.
Okay.
And I normally get, a brown beef that is about 90% lean.
Okay. So you sure that they're ready?
They're ready.
Okay.
But maybe,
Okay.
and it's
Here.
important, it's important to,
I don't want to mess up her dish.
but it's important to start with the hot oil because you're almost searing the beef patties.
Oh, okay.
So that's also, if you don't want the oil to be smoky, because, otherwise it's brown too fast,
Okay.
burn, and then, you lose all the elements. Look at how delicious they are.
They do look really delicious and very colorful.
I know. Now, normally I tell people in my cookbook too that you're supposed to cook them once, but we're all here, it's so spontaneous. But now the way,
Okay.
you don't want them cooked all the way.
Oh, okay.
Right, because now we're going to make the gravy.
Gotcha.
And also in the same pan where you fry your
Okay. Here.
Yeah,
I'll get
patty.
these.
Okay.
Okay. I feel like it's like I should be doing like I'm her sous chef. And she should just be looking pretty and focused and telling everybody about her cookbook in El Salvador. Okay, go ahead. Tell us about the roux.
So the roux now, so now we're going to get all the beef patties out
Okay.
of the pan. And we're going to need a chopping board because we need that, a little bit more onion.
Okay. There's that. So I'm going to set these aside for a minute, yes?
That's right.
Okay. Chopping board that.
And then we're going to do about 2 tablespoons of onion.
Okay. And how do you want me to chop them?
Like minced.
Yeah. 2 tablespoons.
That's not.
Okay. Perfect.
And thank you for inviting me. I'm so honored to be here.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you so
Okay.
much, Kimlai.
So you guys, I met Alicia at a food event, and oh my God, she's like, so her energy was like over the top. And I was like, I would love to have this woman on my show. I don't know anything about El Salvadorian cooking, so this would be amazing. And then she's like, I just published a cookbook, and I'm publishing the 2nd edition, and this would be great. And she had so many like stories and just the cultures. Like I wanted to feature that on the show.
Well,
You know?
we Salvadorians, we are the second largest Hispanic community in Southern California.
Oh, really?
Yes, after Mexicans. And according to the last census of 2010,
Okay.
we were the 4th largest Hispanic community in the United States. And so there was a civil war in the
God, there's a lot of you guys.
Oh, there's a lot. So there was a civil war in El Salvador during the 1980s.
Okay.
And as a result, a lot of people left the country. And
Where did they go?
Well, the majority came to Southern California, but there is a Salvadorian diaspora all over the world. And we are all over from Austria to Australia.
Yeah.
And so the majority came to Southern California.
Okay.
But, and it was a lot of young people, that left our country, we left also our parents, our commentaries, and our traditions. And so it was important for me, that this book was important because we needed to rescue and preserve Salvadorian cooking traditions for the next generation.
Right.
Otherwise, they were going to get lost. And dishes like this,
Yeah.
that you don't see at restaurants.
Really?
You don't, yeah.
But this one seems like it would be, I know that at a lot of like ethnic
And it was
restaurants.
going to need a little bit more tomato.
Okay, how much would you like?
I'm going to take this one just like
Okay.
yeah.
At a lot of ethnic restaurants, it seems like most of the things on the menu are what would cater to the American palate. This seems like people would like it.
They
So
would
why
like
do they-
it. I think most of the Salvadorian restaurants that you see in the United States, they cook street food.
Yes.
Now, our national dish is pupusas.
Yes.
Next time we're going to make pupusas.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
a wonderful dish. It's an old dish, and so so you don't see a lot of home cooking in restaurants, but thank God that at least we have Salvadorian restaurants in Italy.
Are you sure?
We have,
Okay.
and we have and that showcases at least part of our culture and part of our heritage.
Okay.
So we're going to add this to this here.
We're making a roux.
And we're going to mix it.
Oh, okay.
Like this.
Isn't it so much fun, you guys?
I love it. And then we're going to add, because we do half of the recipe,
Okay.
we're going to add about half a tablespoon of flour.
Alicia, have you been cooking like your whole life?
I have. I started cooking with my grandmother when I was 9 years old.
Oh.
And my aunts in Santa Ana, they all have restaurants and coffee shops. So that's what I get the knowledge from the
Right.
masters themselves.
I love it.
So now we have so now in here we got the onions, we got the tomatoes, and we're going to add the water.
Okay, so we have 3/4 of a cup.
Right,
So
so
this
we
is
have
half
half
the
of the
recipe.
recipe. Okay. And now we're going to mix it, like you mix in a gravy, like you do in a gravy.
Okay. Use the spatula for right now.
Exactly. And then this is going to come to a full boil and it's
Okay.
going to be thicker now.
Okay.
And now you can add a little bit of beef or chicken bouillon.
Okay.
Just about half a teaspoon because of the, we're using only half of the ingredients of a little bit of pepper.
Okay.
And a little bit of salt.
Nice.
And we're going to also add, once it gets to a full boil,
Okay.
we're also going to return the beef patty. And we're also going to add about 2 tablespoons of chopped cilantro.
I love
And look at how beautiful it is. It's beautiful. I wish you guys could smell it.
Oh, I know, we keep talking. I'm like, yeah.
Well, that's one of the things too that my grandmother taught me. It's all about the perfect bite. And the perfect bite is all about the aroma. Because you want, well, the eyes are the first ones but
Yes, you eat with your eyes.
with your eyes, but you always taste with your
that.
nose. That's true. That's true. And so that's one, and also, the importance of texture too. The importance of flavors too. So it's aroma, like I call it, in the aroma, of course, the smell of food. It's also related to texture and to, just adding wonderful fresh ingredients to the food.
Do you guys go back to El Salvador a lot?
I do. I go back once a year.
Oh my gosh.
And it's very close. It's only, it's like going to New York. It's only 3,000 miles.
Close. That's on the other side of the continent. Right? Do you find like that it's changed a lot since you grew up? I mean, is it changed? Or is
It has
still...
changed a lot. Well, we have now a lot of more fast food restaurants. And actually, my last trip, I observed that a lot of people don't know how to cook Salvadorian food anymore. So not only we Salvadorians that we live outside the country, but also in El Salvador, people are also forgetting how to cook.
I'm just like, I just keep on ringing. I love having her hair. It's like I have someone to have a cocktail with. Woo! Love it.
So now we're going to chop the cilantro.
Okay. You guys notice how she rolled it up. Just rolled it up and now she's just going to...
Well, you don't want it to chop. You want it to have a little bit of, texture to it. So it's not, so just like this.
Okay.
You see how pretty it looks?
Yes.
And then we're going to add it, and then we're going to bring back the beef
Gotcha. Okay.
And this is such a wonderful and simple dish. Now, in El Salvador, how we eat, we usually eat it for lunch. Oh, because our main meal is at lunchtime.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So in breakfast, I also, remember I was telling you when I got here, I said, I'm so hungry.
Yeah.
I said, breakfast is my main meal, but it's not really, lunch and breakfast is my main meal.
Okay.
And so we're going to add, and whatever is left here on the plate, we're going to just add it back in here.
Okay.
It's going to give it more
Flavor.
It's all about the flavor.
Okay.
And then we can cover them.
Okay. We're going to cover it?
Okay. Right down here.
Okay. I'm going to cover it.
Oh, that's perfect. And then we're going to let them cook for about 5 to 10 minutes. And that's
Okay.
it. And traditionally, this is a dish that you eat at lunchtime.
Uh-huh.
And so in El Salvador, you eat it with your rice. We eat rice for everything.
Oh, okay. So do you just like you'll take the rice and then you put a patty over it, and then you have the juice?
No, you put it on the side, you put the rice, you put the whatever main element you're having, whether it's beef or
Okay.
it could be chicken too. And then a salad. Salads are so important.
Oh,
And normally this is the salad.
okay. Oh yeah, let's get your book.
Yeah, no. So, and
Hi, everybody.
so this is the salad that everyone eats in El Salvador.
Oh,
Look
at how
beautiful it is.
I know. Just look how beautiful
And
that
it has lettuce, watercress,
Okay.
radishes,
Yeah.
and cucumbers. And in El Salvador, we don't use salad dressing. Most, traditionally you use lemon
Really?
as your salad dressing. So you squeeze the lemon juice on top of the
Oh,
salad.
wow. Okay, ensalada.
Ensalada, ensalada verde. And the dish that, oh, but this is the dish that, this is pupusas. So next
Yes.
time,
Yes. Look at those puppies. They look delicious.
and the best part is that they're gluten free.
Really?
And they can also be vegetarians. You can cook them with summer squash.
What's the flour?
It's corn flour. It's like
Oh my God.
Mexican tortillas. Yeah. And corn is so it's an important part of our tradition. And it was just like chocolate too. It was considered a food of the gods. It's sacred.
Really?
Yes, sacred element in our culture.
Corn.
It's corn, the god of corn. So, but today this is the well,
I know, I was trying to find it earlier. Those look like meatballs. I was going to post a picture of you guys, but I'm like, this is meatballs. And I don't know enough about El Salvadorian cooking. I thought this is what we were doing, but those don't look like patties. This is what we're making.
Thank you.
That was delicious.
Yeah, thank you.
That was
And so
delicious.
I did try to incorporate, I also have this is the famous dish here. So in El Salvador, we prepare the Christmas, look at the camarones.
Yes. Oh my God, you guys, I went through her cookbook, it's just a big go. There's so many delicious recipes.
And also, throughout the year, we get a huge amount of seafood because El Salvador is right there on the Pacific Ocean. And we have tons of lakes, so it's all about seafood and shrimps and lobsters, fresh ingredients. And this is another dish too that I love. This is a chicken with cream sauce and onions.
Oh.
And but this is one of the dishes too that and pollo exacto. So this is one of the dishes too, the turkey. So for Christmas time, we cook our turkey with
Oh my gosh.
incredible sauce.
What is that?
This is red tomato sauce.
Red turkey.
It's a red turkey. But this is a wonderful turkey because normally it's one of those mystic recipes that only
Really?
grandmother knows how to make it because it's all about the sauce.
And everything about the sauce.
It's all about, yes.
And the recipes in there.
And the recipes, yes.
It's not a secret now, Mars.
No secrets here. No, but I think, it's important to not to keep secrets from your family and share recipes.
Yeah.
Because, recipes are, it's history. Most people think of history as the old building, and like I told you, I went to UCLA, I studied art history,
Uh-huh.
and I love museums, I love art. And most people think of history as, buildings or paintings.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
this is life history. This is what we were eating thousands of years ago.
I never
still
thought of
here.
it like that. Like, that's pretty amazing. I would have never thought of it like that. About the recipes. So many times people are like, I don't want to give you that recipe because it's a secret. But it's like, okay, for restaurants it's a little different. But like your grandma's recipes, the home cooked meals, it's like you have to pass those recipes down.
You have
from generation to generation. Or else, like you said, when you go to El Salvador, you notice that there's a lot of fast food restaurants and there aren't a lot of authentic, you notice that people aren't cooking.
They're not.
And it's like, you guys, you
So
should
that's
know.
why it's important to. We're going to put a little bit.
Oh, we can do that, right? Let's come over, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So the roux is thickening because of the flour.
Mhm.
Yes, because of the flour. Did you use cornstarch too, or do you have?
Yes. You
Okay.
can use cornstarch. Traditionally, you use flour for the roux, but you can
Okay.
also use cornstarch because it's gluten-free too.
Everything is gluten-free, which is good.
Which is good, which is good. Well, I have no problems with gluten. I can, I'm like a goat. I can eat anything I want.
Yeah, me too. That's, it's interesting though, because people that aren't gluten-free, because I've had issues with that, with everyone going, oh my God, I'm eating gluten-free, but they don't have celiac disease. But it's that, like, you do feel a little bit better when you lessen it a little bit. It's like, you feel better.
And that's why this recipe is wonderful, because you're eating the meat, but you're also eating the fiber too. It's done.
Oh,
It's done. That's it.
seriously?
Simple. Yeah, the beef is cooked through. It's been boiling for about 5 minutes to 10 minutes.
Okay. Look at Okay, you guys, what's the process? Plating. Okay, but tell everyone what is that?
Well, because we don't have a lot of time to prepare the salad and the rice. So I told Kimlai that we were just going to use watercress today, which we use watercress for everything in El Salvador. And so
Really?
next time, yes.
You know what? When I was little, my mom and I would, well, my mom and her friends, I would tag along. They would go down to the bank of the river, the Columbia River, and they would down cutting the watercress out of the little riverbed area.
And watercress too is not native to El Salvador. Our cuisine is a fusion of our own native ingredients with the ingredients that the Spanish brought. We were, conquered by the Spanish, and the first Spanish arrived in El Salvador in 1525. And they introduced us to,
like, that's so long ago.
So long ago. So they brought beef, they brought cows, and dairy products, of course, pork. Pork is not native. My ancestors, we were eating small mammals. And
what's
turkey.
A small mammal? Like a dog?
Like armadillo. Whoa!
Oh my gosh!
Aren't those tough? No, it's not. And it's rabbits. Rabbit. I know a lot of people in El Salvador eat rabbit. And in fact, there is an archaeological site in El Salvador. It's called Joya de Serén.
Okay.
And it's one of UNESCO's places that, what is it called? That, it's a gift of humanity, this place.
Okay.
And it's called the Pompeii of America.
Oh,
because there was a big there was a big volcanic explosion, and the inhabitants of the small village, they had just finished up dinner, and when they saw the eruption of the volcano, they left, and they also left all the dishes. So it's a wonderful place for archaeologists because history is there, it's alive, and they also found, and it was a farming village. And so they found, a duck that was tied to a tree. Yes, a duck. Oh. And they also found cacao, chocolate. Yes, also native to southern part of Mexico and to Central America. And yuca, which is a very good vegetable. I love yuca. Oh, we're going to cook a lot of other ingredients. But one of the things that is not native is berro, it's white bread. This is actually from the Mediterranean, and it was brought over by the Spaniards. But this is what makes our cuisine so wonderful, because it's a fusion now.
Of so many others.
So many other. And I was just thinking the other day, I was using cloves, and I was using cinnamon. I was doing another recipe. So I was using cloves, I was using cinnamon, and I was thinking about the Silk Road. How the spices, how those spices from the Silk Road made it into the not just Latin America, but into the American country.
Right.
And so I was just thinking how it started in China, and it came all the way here.
Right.
And, I tell my sons that stepping up a globalization, even before the internet, hundreds of years ago, it was food. Because the English, you're right, the tea came from China. So that was the first form of globalization. Yeah.
You guys, look at how much information you're getting here today. This is insane. I have no idea what to expect, but this has been amazing.
if you like
Oh my
invite me,
gosh.
be like, oh, I'm so happy because I love the
Okay, let's get these. Let's
So
put
we're
these.
done.
You tell me, just pull them out?
Just pull
What
them
do you
out.
do with the glue?
Oh, you put them on top.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But normally there'd be some rice, right?
There'll be some
So-
rice
so
and there'll be a fruit salad too. And of course, tortillas.
tortillas.
Now, our tortillas
Oh.
are different than Mexican. Our tortillas are thicker.
Really?
And, yes, and they look
Like this smells so good.
and simple too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So our tortillas are different. They're thicker. And even in ancient times, the
Mhm.
Aztecs, their tortillas were thinner, and the
Really?
Mayans were thicker. So being that in El Salvador we have a lot of roots of Mayan too.
Mhm.
So we still also that's why we make the tortillas like that in a little bit thicker than Mexican.
Ah. Look at this. Okay, then what do you do?
And then you just
And then what do you do? Oh my
and then you
gosh.
just want to plate it like this. And when you eat the rice,
Oh my god, that tastes so good.
no, it's wonderful guys. So like this,
Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at how beautiful that is.
and simple and economical for
Oh
you all.
my god.
And everyone is going to. The other thing too is that you can make the beef patty ahead of time. You can, prepare them ahead of time and put them in the refrigerator, and then when you're ready to fry them to prepare the dish. And it's
Oh my gosh.
it's also a wonderful dish for a party too.
Okay, we're not going to eat this right now because we got to take some pictures of it. There is no way. You can't eat this. You guys, this is so pretty. We have to take some pictures. Okay, Alicia, tell us real quick. You mentioned earlier that you're going to be doing a live demo somewhere coming up soon.
Yes,
Where are you going to be at?
I'm the first Salvadorian, very proud to teach cooking classes, Salvadorian cooking classes at Whole Foods. I started back in 2014,
Uh-huh.
and they just called me up.
God.
So they called me up last week, and they asked me if I would love to come in, and I said, of course I want to come in and teach again. So I'm going to be there September 8th
Okay.
at Whole Foods here in Los Angeles, 3rd and Fairfax.
Okay, I was like, wait, which one?
It's across the street from the Grove.
Okay.
And
Ooh, a hustler.
yeah,
There's a lot of traffic there.
and I love the kitchen too. And I just like Whole Foods.
Uh-huh.
Whole Foods is a wonderful market that really, I believe in the principles too. So to me it's important to associate yourself and your food with,
Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, tell everybody the name of the website, where they can find you. Because you guys, she's going to be printing up another cookbook. The first one,
Well, I'm going to print
sold
out
out.
the second edition.
Second edition.
Second edition.
Second edition, sorry.
No, but I do have the Spanish edition coming soon.
Oh my God. Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Is El Salvadorian the same as like Spanish, or is it a different dialect? Are the words all the same, or is it a little bit different?
There are differences, but it's basically the same. But in terms of naming the ingredients, there are differences. So that's why in the Spanish, I give people the names of the different, or how are they known in different countries.
Oh.
Like in El Salvador, we call it yuca, we call it yuca.
Yeah.
But in Latin America, in South America, we also call it cassava.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
And it's the same thing. And the same thing with guinea pigs.
Yeah.
They're called guisantes, arvejas. So and the same thing with green bell peppers. Throughout in Spain, they're called as pimentos, but we call them chiles.
Oh.
And probably because the chile is another word. And most of the names also that we still use for the vegetables and our ingredients, they come from the ancient language of Nahuatl.
Now what?
Nahuatl.
No, like now what? I'm trying to make sense for our viewers. And like break it down for you guys. Like really break it down. Okay, you guys. Listen, I want to thank you.
No, thank you.
So much.
Thank you so much.
For being on the show today. And I so can't wait to do more of the recipes. So I'm really looking forward to that. Make sure you guys follow her on all social media channels. So Alicia Maher and Maher.
My blog is called the same name as it's called Delicious El Salvador. You can also find me on Twitter, Instagram. I'm even on LinkedIn. I saw that you did a post today.
I PR everywhere. So make sure to follow her so you guys can stay up to date when new cookbooks come out, when the second edition comes out, and just where she's going to be cooking and teaching her yummy El Salvadorian dishes. All right? Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. That way you get notifications of the show each week. And make sure to follow me on all social media as well at Kimlai Yingling. And thank you guys so much. We're going to take some pictures of this, and I will be posting it on the site here in just a few minutes. All right, you guys. Thank you so much.
Gracias.
Have a great weekend. Okay.